Good morning! Welcome to Drive Time with Alec. Got a big face like this in this song. Good morning, welcome to Drive Time with Alec, ladies and gentlemen. I am Alec. And we are here on this glorious Monday to do one thing, and that is talk about being a nerd. That's right. Because I think deep down inside, we're all a little bit of a nerd, aren't we? So let's get in touch with our inner nerd today. Seriously, let him out. Let him run free in his awkward gait that he does and be who he is. Stop restricting your inner nerd. Seriously, what do you do that restricts your inner nerd, and why? And why are we talking about this? Good question. Thank you for asking. This weekend, I had the opportunity to let my nerd run freely in the forest of nerdiness. Or the forest of Azeroth, if you will. If you know what I'm talking about, you've got a little inner nerd too. If you don't, that's fine. So this weekend was an event called BLIZZCON. BLIZZCON is the event for all nerds. It is a nerd extravaganza where us types, all different types of nerds, come together to experience what it's like to be free and to be a nerd. And it's a celebration of 3 basic video games that are currently out right now, and they're actually the next level video games because they're computer games. So that even goes another level up. And it's World of Warcraft, StarCraft, and a game called Diablo. So what was funny about the nerd convention, apart from the people in costumes walking around and just the silliness all kind of happening everywhere, was it actually ended closing ceremonies with a rock band called the Foo Fighters. You may have heard of them. If you haven't heard of them, you live in a rock. In a rock. Okay. I meant to say under a rock, but living in a rock is just as difficult. Because, so I got to watch nerds rock out to Foo Fighters for 2 hours. By the way, great live concert, just a side note. They're very good live. And so, as I was there expressing my inner nerdiness, I was wearing a CrossFit shirt because I figured that was funny. And it was. And I just want to, it just made me think, how long did I hold back my inner nerdiness? And for those of you that know me, you're going to be like, you never held it back. You've been a huge nerd forever. That hurts. But I embrace it now. I may have been a huge nerd forever, but now I embrace it and I live it strongly and proudly. And because I do play World of Warcraft, I do. Yep. And this all comes back to my final point today on Nerd Time with Alec. What do you do? What is your inner nerd that you hide from the world? And this is a call out. It's time to let that inner nerd out. Let it celebrate life. Let it live. Let your inner child live and breathe and just frolic. I've said frolic like 6 times today. So, I'd love to hear it. Do you have an inner nerd? Do you ever let it out? And if you don't, why not? Because it's worth it. Alright. Time to go deadlift a little bit later today and just make myself feel less of a nerd. Actually, I'm going to deadlift in a unicorn shirt today because I embrace my inner nerd. See you later.